What's up, everybody? This is Supercar Ron. I'm with Steve Hamilton here. We're standing in front of my Valkyrie and his F5 Hennessy Venom. And today, we're swapping cars. Hit it. I'm here with my very best friend of all time, Steve Hamilton. I'm excited to announce that I'm actually moving into your house.
Yep, it's all ready for you.
Okay, good. Wife and kids have already kind of put their stuff in, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
But we are here today with, I think, the two most insane, hardcore, open-top hypercars on the market. My Aston Martin Valkyrie Spider, Steve's Hennessey F5 Venom. These cars are nuts.
Yes, they are absolutely insane. And I mean, we'll find out. I mean, this looks insane, but I'm excited to be able to drive it and see if it's worthy to stack up against this amazing vehicle.
So what I have not realized, honestly, in person, proportions of the car, the paint color, by the way, Steve, this color does not come through in videos.
No.
It's like multi-stage metallic.
Yes.
What's the name of the color again?
Napier green. We modeled it after the Senna that we wrecked, RIP. It had Napier green accents, and so this is that exact paint code.
Yeah, that was my first comment to Tommy. I'm like, dude, this car is insane. So I'm excited to get in your car. You're gonna get in my car. Let's walk through these bad boys and go take them for a rip.
Let's do it.
I have considered buying this for a while now. Not this actual car, but working with John and Cole Hennessy, I think that might wind up entering into the Supercar Ron Garage. But did you know who the first owner of my car was?
Manny Coachman.
Great success.
Manny, right?
Yes.
Manny. So follow me kind of around the back.
Okay.
So Manny and I are also best friends.
Uh-huh.
He calls me at home, we hang out. I do some of his real estate stuff, you know, like it's really cool. I wound up buying this from him because he didn't take it, if you remember. Then he bought that Bugatti Bolide.
Yep.
So I wanted, just in honor of Manny, I wanted to make sure that everyone knew, because that's the #1 comment we have on this car, right? Is like, wait, isn't that Manny's car? And the answer is, it certainly is Manny's car. So that's my new license plate. It's gonna say Manny's on it. You know what's really cool though, and we just realized this? This is an actual Utah plate, but it's black and yellow. It matches my car like perfectly.
That's pretty, well, for this year.
Matches Manny's car
Through the end of the year it does.
Through the end of the year,
Yes,
through the end of the year. Yeah.
I love it.
So you, my friend, get to drive around in Manny's Valkyrie Spider today.
Does that make me Manny's?
Yes, it does.
I'm all right with that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure he's gonna love that.
Yeah. I'm sure he will love it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Oh, gosh, dang it.
Yeah, there they are again.
They're definitely screwing with us at this point.
They are.
Let's just make like a 10-minute video of these guys just
them.
mowing the lawn, dude. Like, oh, please,
Oh,
no.
I'm like, he's good,
Oh
he's
my
good.
gosh.
Nope. No, my man.
Okay. Steve, I have a strong feeling that you're gonna really like this car.
Me too.
But I also have a strong feeling that it's gonna take a little bit of like getting used to, because everything in this car is kind of difficult to do. Like getting in is difficult.
Okay.
Starting the car is difficult. You have to wear headsets in the car or else you literally can't hear anything. I think it's somewhere between F1 car and street legal car. But the driving, Steve, like the driving is what makes this car. Like it is so fun to drive around.
Awesome.
Yeah, rims. Obviously you see how low the front end of the car is, right? Like your Hennessy is only a couple inches off the ground. This is almost touching the ground when parked.
I thought my Hennessy had a huge front aero piece, but it's only topped by this, I think.
Okay, so look at this blower up on top. You can actually hear the blower as we're just sitting here next to the blower on the car.
Go right, you're used to it.
I'm just getting in.
Right
I'm just getting in. That was the carbon cracking. Don't worry about it. Hold this.
Is there anything
so
you
like
can't
that.
do? Yeah, operate a seatbelt. Gosh, I feel like
the
I
last-
am literally.
I promise it gets better.
If everything is this complicated, I will not be buying one of these.
I promise it gets easier. Yep,
Yeah,
hit
it is.
start. So, wait just 1 second. There you go. Now it starts. So there's like a starter that goes, and then the engine kicks
That's
on.
crazy.
Yeah, kind of wild, huh?
That is.
It'll be nice once you're driving, get some air going, you know what I mean? Like, It's hot out today, actually. Hey, I'm really excited to be driving this car today, though, and thank you for swapping vehicles, because I've considered this car for a while. I've gotten to know John and Cole Hennessy. Super cool American patriots. Like, I love that this car is actually built in America.
Right
and
in Texas.
I think it's gonna be, the fastest car ever driven. That's kind of what they're going for, is like 305, 310 kind of thing, right? And you own what is arguably one of the very best spec'd Hennessey F5 Venoms.
I would say definitely the best spec Hennessy Venom.
Yes.
No, I'm
yes.
just kidding. I'm
yes.
just kidding. Yeah, this thing's crazy. I think they list a top speed of 311 miles an hour, 0 to 62 in 2.6 seconds. This thing has 1,817 horsepower with 1,617 pounds of torque. So you're gonna feel every bit of that. It's an absolute beast. It's what you would think an American hypercar would drive like. And when I'm in this, it makes me proud that they built such an amazing car, because it is my favorite car. And it's the most fun to drive. It's the loudest, it's the rowdiest, but it's just really special. Now they only built 12 of these. This is the Revolution Roadster. So it has the special aero kit, the big wing. I went in there actually trying to just get the base model, because these are expensive. They're over $3 million, about $3.2, $3.3 million. They do include a lot of the stuff, a lot of the carbon, a lot of the upgrades in that price, which I think is really cool because most hypercar manufacturers don't. But once I saw that they had one of these in their garage in the showroom, I'm like, how could I not get something with this much aero? And so
that's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at their configurator and they're like, hey, this other car, you know, is probably going to be faster without all the aero.
Yeah.
When are you going to go 300? Like, I think it's a cool calling card, right?
Sure.
But I've had a couple of Bugattis. The most I've ever gone is 219. And even then it was on an airport runway under certain conditions. And it's like, you're probably never going to actually try to go 300 in this. I love the way the wing looks, though, dude. Like the aero on this car looks insane.
And then we did the Ghost American flag. I think, Tommy, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that we were the first guys to think to do that on one of their wings, right?
On the edge?
They loved it, yeah.
Dude, look at this. Look at that.
They loved it.
That's so sick.
And then the rear, we did the throwback to kind of the Venom with the Venom fangs in the back, painted with the Napier green as well. That color matches the rest of it. It is rowdy. They do some nice wheels. Of course, you know, I'm a wheel guy. That's what I do for a living. And I think they actually did do a really nice, tasteful wheel. So does the Valkyrie's got some nice wheels too.
Do they make these wheels, like, do they contract out? Because these look like
I think they do, yeah.
Awesome wheels.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah,
I think every car manufacturer contracts out their wheels. I don't remember walking through any factory where they had because it's such a big process.
They wouldn't be like vertically integrated just for wheels, right?
Exactly.
Like, hey, we bought a wheel press.
And there's a certain level of pride that you get in it, knowing that they built such an amazing car. I don't know, it's more fun than the rest. And I hope it convinces you to end up buying one.
Outside of of just liking John and Cole Hennessy, I actually think there is something to like, this is rad that we've produced this. And when I say we, I mean the country of the United States of America. Like, someone in our country has made a car that will likely be the fastest car ever made in the history of mankind. And we're standing in front of it right now. Like, you get to drive this every day.
Let's try to get it to 300 today.
Let's.
I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? We broke Hennessy's top speed record, or the world top speed record, on a Florida highway. Florida man breaks top speed world record.
Florida man and his homeless friend. Like, How do I get in?
You just get in, because that's America.
It's way easier.
That's how we do it in the States. So it's actually pretty simple. There's not a lot to this vehicle. I think they tried to keep it just really true to being a freaking race car, and that's every bit of what it feels like. Similar entertainment system. Actually, it's just got CarPlay. Yep. So if you're familiar with a general CarPlay system, you basically have it here. I mean, it's literally swipe and your radio, your XM. There's not a bunch of configuring that you need to do or access there. It's very minimalistic when it comes to functionality. I don't think I have to use this center console to really control anything other than CarPlay and my phone and music.
Essentially music,
yeah. Air conditioning system, you do it all from this little center dial. That's all that this thing serves to function. You just basically touch it, it lights it up. You swap between modes, then you swipe left. So then you have your very similar like F1 style steering wheel. I think one of the things you're going to notice when you drive is that it steers different than any other car that I have ever had. I think my son says that it's most close to the F1 style steering. Don't ask me why he would know that. He's never driven the F1 car, but you feel every little bump and nuance in the road. It picks up everything. And so you tend to like, you want to react, you want to react, but actually the goal is to not react as much, because most of these cars kind of pick up a lot of that slop, and then you feel it moving it. But I keep like a light grip on the steering wheel, and that's really the trick. Don't try to continue to correct it. Just kind of let it do its thing, because it'll straighten or kind of keep its course. The crazy thing about this, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but all you have to do is have this thing unlocked, and then I can go literally throw the keys in the garbage and never worry about them again, as long as I never lock it. But you can start this thing with no keys. And that's like super.
Is that like just an oversight at like a certain point?
I don't think it is.
You should probably have keys in the car.
I think that.
America.
Yes. The Hennessy's do a phenomenal job, like really managing that relationship, communicating, letting you know, fixing or troubleshooting small issues. They're actually really reactive and good about that stuff and kind people. So if you want to push the ignition button just once, yeah, just try hit it once. Hold that brake too, my bad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that works. Nice, there it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Like this sounds like an old Chevelle.
I know.
Ooh, that's way colder AC.
And it's
I'm
at
actually
75.
glad to be in this car today
Yes.
than the Valk.
And then you just hit the drive button and you're ready to go, yeah.
I'm actually really excited to get this thing out on the road. And honestly, I would bet that I have one of these in the garage in the next 18 months or so.
There you go.
This is the very first time I've been in and have driven a Hennessey F5, and this is the ultimate spec Hennessey F5 Revolution.
I'll take it.
Let's go drive.
Look at those guys in there.
Can you drive? Oh my gosh. Someone else's $3.5 million hypercar. I don't get to drive everyone else's cars mostly.
Seeing that Valkyrie on the road is insane.
It's hard not to just be like, oh my gosh, look at that car.
The street presence, it is a spaceship, dude.
It actually is.
It's kind of more fun to see it from the outside.
Oh, seriously, than driving in it. That is violent. Holy cow.
We're going 30 miles an hour, and you can just feel it wants to.
Manny would have lost his mind on that little 30-mile-per-hour rip. You know what I'm saying? He'd have been like, oh, oh!
I just know, like, we're losing our mind, but I know they're losing their mind right now in that car.
Like, both of these cars are really, really fast. Totally different experiences, though.
It's very simple. There's nothing that's like overwhelming you.
Nothing to it.
I think the Valkyrie are a little bit overwhelmed just because how tight it is.
Yes.
But this, you're just kind of chilling.
Our shoulders aren't touching.
Yeah, we're not touching each other.
That's one difference between us and in the Valkyrie, dude. The Valkyrie, we're like literally on top of each other.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Holy cow, dude. That car looks so good on the road. I think they're gonna probably pull here. I'd go next to them. Hit it. Oh my gosh, dude.
This is on the 1500 horsepower setting because this is running like 93 octane, but it can run E85 and they just automatically adjust. So this car is phenomenal just in the stock everyday driving form. Very few cars that I've ever driven pulled as hard as the Hennessey F5 with 1500 horsepower. Unfreaking real car. Ready? Here we go. 1,500 horsepower traction.
Oh my gosh, dude. Hey, we know this. Every time you get in a hypercar, there's one place to take it.
Well, we are connoisseurs, obviously, or we wouldn't be driving around in a $3 million hypercar. So there's only one place that you can ever possibly go to satiate the incredible taste buds that one must have to be driving around in a hypercar like this.
This was one of the coolest experiences of my entire life. I'm not even exaggerating. Like this car's literally the coolest thing ever.
You guys look really cute in there together. I was just gonna say.
Thank you.
Bring that out.
Yeah.
Is this going here? Oh.
I'm in love.
You guys, that was an incredible adventure. I've never driven the Hennessey F5 before. Steve, I'm trying to think of how to even like equate it. When the boost hits, the noise, the sound, the turbos, it is warp speed. Everything kind of just like blends away in the background.
100%, yeah.
I mean, it is rocket ship, and this is only the 1,500 horsepower mode.
Yeah, I know, yeah, because we had to put 93 in it. Hard to find ethanol fuel in Florida. There's plenty of it in Illinois where there are abundant cornfields, but not out here.
Yes, I am so impressed with the car. So stable at speed, and of course we didn't break any speed limits, but you know, imagining if we did, it was phenomenal. Like the sound, the look, the noise. I think the number one thing that surprised me, I thought that this was gonna be too stiff, too race car-y to drive around. Halfway through I told Tace, I could drive this car every single day of my life.
100%.
Yeah.
I love it.
What'd you think of the Valkyrie?
The Valkyrie was insane, actually. We took our headsets off and we're like, holy crap, it's so loud.
It's loud.
You had warned us, but I had no idea it was that loud.
Yeah.
You're definitely tight in there with a passenger. It's
Yes.
definitely a little hot and claustrophobic. However, there's nothing that sounds like that. It is literally an F1 race car. Like I think it's as close to one as you can find that you can drive on the street right now. It sounds incredible. The RPMs, we actually got it up pretty high a few times when the camera flung back.
Yeah.
And it's incredible, it's quick, it beat this, but I think you're having some paddle shifter issues that we have to work through.
The paddle shift, and then off the line with the Hennessy, I had a little bit of traction problems, which is to be expected with a rear-wheel drive car, 1,500 horsepower.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
yeah.
we got to get these things in like a straight line on a good, with the traction issue resolved, and I'd really like to see how they do, because I know how this thing performs when the tires are sticky and it's insane. But that was so much fun. It's one I have to sleep on and really take in the experience, but
you're like, dude, should we have this? Like,
I know. Yes,
Tommy was sitting on my lap while I was driving. Do I really
that was
want
a
that all
plus.
the time?
That's a plus.
Steve, I'm glad we could swap these cars, though, man.
Thanks,
I'm
for
glad
sure,
we could
man.
swap. And there's no decision yet, though. You're like, okay, I got to sleep on this car.
Now, what about you? Did this move you closer?
It definitely moved me closer.
that's
I'll
good,
tell you
that's
that
good.
much. Okay, guys, this was an insane experience driving the Hennessy F5. Comment if you guys think I should put one of these in the supercar garage. I'm leaning towards yes, but if you guys are like, hey, there's all these other cool cars, you know, I think this car is insane. Hit the subscribe button, follow us. This might wind up in the garage.
Great success! Great success! Great success! Great success! Great success!